Hello, hello, my name is Diana Gribble, and this is my Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel. So, on my channel, I am helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I'm helping you break through your barriers and transcend all your limitations. The main topics of my channel are going to be spirituality, improving your mental health and physical health, overcoming addiction, manifestation, quantum physics, metaphysics, astronomy, relationships, a little bit of everything. So today's topic is chasing happiness. So, I think the terminology, it seems like already the terminology, you see movies, songs called The Pursuit of Happiness, things about chasing happiness, right? And already, society really puts emphasis on these things. We hear those terms all the time. And really, when you're chasing something, when you're pursuing something, you say that you don't currently have it, right? When you're chasing something, it's running away from you, right? It's like we're projecting all that into the future. We're always putting our happiness. We're chasing money. We're chasing relationships. We're chasing a job. We're chasing our next purchase. There's always something we need to obtain. We're saying that happiness is in the next purchase, in the next relationship, in the next job, and so forth, the next paycheck. We're never really programmed to believe that happiness is right here and now. It's always in some projected future. And if you notice, usually when the things you chase, like for me, I've had a lot of just I've dealt with, whether you're chasing a relationship, whether you're chasing a high, chasing money, everything, all those things. These are temporary things. So I got these things. I'm not saying I wasn't happy when I was, but it was very temporary. And then after that, I'm chasing the next thing. I wanted more. There wasn't a very long period of actual sustainable satisfaction. So I think we really need to change up. We should stop. Chasing something is just not sustainable. When I looked up, I googled happiness. Right? You'd be surprised how many definitions there are of happiness. How many different definitions? I know it's subjective. It's different, varies from person to person, but we can't even, so we're chasing something that isn't really definable, it's not even clearly defined. And I just think happiness is very temporary. I think it's an emotion, right? It's temporary. I think a lot of people are conditionally happy. They're happy, a lot of times they're conditional based on their circumstances. If I have enough money in my bank account, if I have a relationship, if I have my own place or whatever, have I the car I want, then I'm happy. But if anything goes wrong, any bad thing happens, then I'm not happy. And I just think it's so conditional, and living a life like that, there's so many changes in life and ups and downs that, if you're going to be conditional like that, and same with manifesting as well, then I just think you're going to be disappointed a lot. So rather than, chasing happiness, I like to have, and I think happiness is also more associated with your ego, right? Always wanting more, always chasing something, wanting more. I prefer to have more of an inner state of joy. Joy is from within. Happiness is usually, outward expression, right? I actually saw a definition that said that. So you're seeking out, it's usually based kind of externally. Joy is a state from within. When I think of joy, I think of more associated with my soul, what sets my soul on fire, stuff like that. Think about when you say this person's a happy person, right? Usually they're not happy all the time, right? It's like when someone's a happy person, it's so subject to change. But when you say a person is joyful, think about when you see a person that you think is joyful. I think that the state of joy is more sustainable, right? I think when you're a joyful person, you're very accepting. It's not based on conditional, on your circumstances. It's more of a stable state of being. You're accepting of everything. You're not as reactive. You're not basing your, satisfaction, happiness, joy, whatever, on your circumstances. It's more of a internal, a sustainable state. So I think instead of chasing happiness, it's all conditional, and just happiness it's always changing. Things you're seeking, and it just seems like it's never enough. Instead, you want to embody a state of joy. So that means accepting of whatever happens in my reality. Noticing that each circumstances, everything is temporary anyway. So how can you embody a state of joy more? Well, You can do things, find your life purpose, find hobbies, things that you're passionate about, connect with people that really, understand you on a soul level, whether that's with love, friendship, or whatever. Things that truly, like, put you in a sustainable, good state, that really make you feel good, in the long term. Not just something like money that comes and goes, a drug, as the high goes up and down, right? Then it's gone, or just, just even a job, that's temporary too. And it's just not really, I just think we need to embody joy more and stop chasing happiness. Stop thinking that happiness is outside yourself. Joy, you can choose to be joyful regardless. I'm not saying you have to be jolly all the time, but just more you're accepting your reality. You're not as reactive. You're knowing everything's going to change. And, from a manifestation standpoint, they say, everyone is everything and everyone's to be pushed out, right? So instead of seeking happiness over here, think about it. I'm embodying joy. And when you embody joy, it's a state. The state of being is more sustainable, right? It's more stable, more consistent. Once you do that, you'll attract more things that are joyful into your life. You become a magnet of attraction. You're not so chasing something. Think the idea of chasing something. It just sounds more desperate, needy, right? It just seems like never satisfied. Just really big into your ego. Joy, I embody joy. I'm a joyful person. Or I just when I say joyful person, because that might sound too, like, jolly, but I'm embodying the state of joy. And think about it, when you have that kind of energy, you're bringing it into the present moment. You're not saying it's over here. You're saying I am joy. I am, or joyful, whatever. And once you have that, you're going to attract more things like that into your life. And not only that, but when you embody joy, you're going to focus more on things that give you joy too. So just your inner world is reflected out. So that's all I have for today. If this video resonates with you, if you like it, if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. I also want to make this channel very interactive, so I'm going to pin a comment on there. So I'm always going to pin like a question or a comment, for discussion. So feel free if you, feel like you want to participate. That'd be great. I really want to help raise the consciousness and vibration of the planet. So the question is, what form of happiness are you chasing? And also, what can you do to embody that state of joy? What are things that bring you joy that could make you, more of like a joyful person and, have more like a stable state? Okay. Have a good day, everybody.